Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized, first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And we're on, and hopefully you're on. And we have a sunny, started winter in Michigan. Michigan winter wonderland. And we are fortunate, frankly, that we do have winter, because you can imagine all those people with skis and there's no snow to do it on. Well, they lucked out this year, I'll tell you. So everybody's got an option. We have 4 seasons, so that way you've got 4 choices of what you like the most. And the wonderful thing about having choices is the fact that this way you don't get bored. Our Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan is a phenomenal way if you're business-oriented and do not want to be bored, and connect with people that are looking to be self-employed. I call it solopreneurs. We are really rocking and rolling, so to speak. We now have over 20,000 contacts all around the world, because a lot of the people that got started in Michigan have moved. And because of Zoom meetings that we have, and we have monthly in-person meetings, and I'm a strong believer in affiliate-type relationships. And I'm proud to tell you, because of that, there is not a nook or cranny in Michigan that we don't have some sort of a relationship as far as entrepreneurship. But one thing that you have to remember, not only in the business world, but in your personal world, is constant self-improvement. And that's one of the things I'm proud about of the Entrepreneurs Network, is that we bring in dynamic people as speakers. We have lunch meetings where you get a chance to learn from professionals. One of our members that has moved out of state, because I guess maybe Frederic Dudek doesn't appreciate 4 seasons. He likes 1 season. So he picked Arizona. But I got to give him credit. You're going to pick 1 season. That ain't a bad season to pick. And the wonderful thing about the technology and all is that we can still be in touch, which we are almost on a daily basis. Frederic Dudek is a multi-million-dollar international sales and marketing executive. He's had over 30 years of experience. And because he's got a lot to share, he's just shared 12 time-tested approaches to achieve consistent, inexpensive, and repeatable results for your company. Hello, Frederic Dudek.
Hey, good morning.
And I assume...
It's actually raining here in Arizona today.
What's that? I'm sorry.
We have a Michigan Day.
Michigan Day, right. And we talked before we got on the air, where you got so much great stuff in your book. You've got, actually, as I mentioned, 12 approaches in how to be successful. But people are always looking, to get new customers, which is important. And we've all heard that philosophy that if you want to increase your profit margin, is that you figure out a way that you sell more to your existing clients. But more important is, how do you make your clients become super fans? Is that what the overall theme of your book is, Frederic?
Yes, it's basically combining customers, employees, and complementary businesses to becoming super fans of your business. And now they're actively promoting your business for free because they're enthusiastic and love about your business. And you can't buy that kind of PR.
Well, what I really enjoy about your book, and believe it or not, I carry it with me quite often, and even though I've read it a few times, I always enjoy being reminded. And since I have a small mind, rather than generalities, you've actually got a step-by-step strategy on how to not only develop good relationships, but how those current clients can become your sales force in a way as superfans. And what I thought we might talk about today is we hear about Avatar and that type of strategy. Tell me what the meaning of Avatar is, and how can someone use it in their business?
Well, great point there, Ike. Most small businesses create marketing collateral and feel that they can address everybody and anybody. I mean, I remember going to networking groups and people were marketing skincare products, and they basically would laugh and say, anybody that has skin would be a potential good customer. Well, nobody can think of anybody because it's just too broad. Now, if you say, someone that has eczema, then all of a sudden you go, oh, yeah, my Aunt Lucille's got eczema. She could probably use this. So, there's an old saying, to be terrific, you need to be specific, and if you're specific, you'll be terrific. So what we did is I researched for about a month all the different avatars. And basically an avatar is definition of your ideal customer. And during that month, I grabbed and purchased every product that was out there to help create a customer avatar, like a worksheet. And I had my team take a look at all the stuff, and we grabbed all the great things out of it, and we created the Business Superfan Customer Avatar worksheet book, and I'm in the process of actually creating it into an online course that people will be able to take and complete their customer avatar. So why it matters is because having a crystal clear understanding of who your core client is will make you more effective in your communications. And again, like I said, to be specific, you need to be terrific, and if you're terrific, you'll be specific. And what's important there is creating a message that resonates with your customer. So, we get into a deep dive of an avatar. You identify what their age is, what their gender, their ethnicity, their location, marital status, education, employment, income, they're a homeowner, they've got children. I mean, you create this fictional character of your ideal customer. You get into what their goals are, what their life dreams are, wants and expectations. You get into the challenges and obstacles that they face. You really create a story here. You get into, for example, what are their fears, poverty, failure, loneliness, rejection, disappointment, ridicule. And then you can get into it further is what are their interests and sources of information, where do they get their information from, magazines, books, social media, webinars. And you start painting that picture of what that ideal customer is, and you look at, once you have that definition of that customer, you can go even deeper and getting into, what are the possible objections that they may have for your type of service or product. And then you also, this is the important part that people overlook, is defining what desired outcomes that they are looking for. Why would they be looking for your product or service? So what's the desired outcome that they're after? And then you have all this data. And again, you can take a look at your existing customer base and start putting that and pulling that data and then creating. And then what you do is you want to write a story of their everyday life. And now you've got a vivid picture of what your ideal customer or avatar looks like, feels like, their everyday environments, their challenges, their issues, and everything else. And now you can craft your marketing message specifically to attract that ideal customer. And that's what basically is a customer avatar and how to create a customer avatar.
Speaking of the creation, do you help in the creation process, or is that something?
Absolutely, yes. That's I'm creating an online course, but also I have a community that I'm launching, which is free to get in, and then there are some areas within it that are paid sections within the community, which would be, for example, if I'm helping create something in Avatar, that would be a paid section within the community. to be able to help get that put together. And here's an example. I work, as you know, for a language interpreting and translation company, and I put together, using the material here, our ideal customer avatar. And actually, we actually created multiple avatars because we target different industry, and so that's also very important for small to medium-sized businesses to create multiple avatars if they're targeting different industries. And because they have different needs, different requirements, etc. And so you craft your messaging appropriately. So when we did that, this year, we've grown the company from about a 1.1 million in annual sales to this year we'll hit 1.75 million. So we've grown it by about $650,000 because of our marketing, and the messaging that we've crafted now attracts people to us because they go to the website, the messaging resonates with them, they call us, and they become a customer.
Well, it sounds fantastic, and with the old line where they say, if you're so darn smart, why aren't you rich? Well, I happen to know from your background here, you stepped into this role of the concept of translating and shot up those hills in such a really fantastic way. So, in other words, you actually walk the talk. And if anyone is interested in setting up an initial consultation, why don't you tell us what's the best way for you?
They can go to I have two websites. Easiest one to remember is businesssuperfans.com. And it's, again, businesssuperfans.com. Or they can go to Frederic Dudek. Frederic is spelled Frederick. Dudek is DUDEK.com. Or they can call me at 602-960-4220. Again, that's 602-960-4220.
And if those numbers have you confused, our magic toll-free number is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And please leave a time that's convenient for us to call you back. And leave a complete message, and I can coordinate with Frederic to give you not fluff stuff, but real stuff on how to make you successful. That's 888-489-8980. And if you're sort of floundering around as to who your market is, between Frederic and myself, if we have a little more information, we can tell you your ideal target. The worst thing as an entrepreneur is you're trying to sell whatever service or product to the wrong audience. So please, for us to help you, you got to give us a call. 888-489-8980. After the break, I want to have Frederic share his thoughts about the 60-second elevator pitch, what you should say and how you should say it, so that you can have that elevator go all the way up to the very top floor with you on it. Don't go away. We're going to be right back with the super sales star, Frederic Dudek. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
In 1932, John B. Frentz moved to Royal Oak and opened Frentz Hardware. In addition to the personal service, the family offered the community a store that provided those needed everyday hardware items. Plus, they specialize in unusual and hard-to-find products. Right now, you'll find all the gardening hardware, fertilizer, seeds, weed killers, and more for your landscape. Frentz Hardware is still family-run at the corner of Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road in Royal Oak, and according to Popular Mechanics magazine, is one of the top 12 hardware stores in the United States. If you can't find it anywhere, you'll find it at Frentz. They're open every day. Call 248-544-8111, and when you call, Bob Allison's cookbooks are available for free. A limited supply is available. And if you'd like some information on Bob Allison's cookbooks, by all means, call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. But for hardware needs, call them directly, 248-544-8111. With all those numbers, I assume you'll be able to get a lottery ticket for free. At least $1 million. Hope that you check out Frentz Hardware in Royal Oak. Thank you. And we're back, and hopefully you are, and I'm really excited about having a real entrepreneur, walking, talking entrepreneur, and a good friend by the name of Frederic Dudek, who, as I mentioned, has been involved internationally. And if I'm not mistaken, Frederic, you speak more than one language. Is that correct?
Yes, I do speak. I was born in France and speak French fluently, a little Spanish, a little Polish, and a little German.
Yeah, see, it really makes you multinational. I'm proud of you, Frederick, for whatever that's worth. Not to get too far off tangent, over my lifetime, I've spoken 5 different languages. I went through concentration camps, so we had to do a lot of running to different countries. And this is my own theory, is that there's something wonderful about learning other languages, because each language has slightly different grammatical construction of how the sentence is put together. And as a result, your mind is exercising in different ways of thinking. This is just my theory. And since you got all that, that's why you're so talented. And I'm proud of you. So before I go off too far off tangent, I wanted for you to address the value and importance when you're introducing yourself in that 60-second elevator pitch. So what do you suggest they do?
Well, well, once you have your avatar created, now you can, the secret is really crafting your elevator pitch to your avatar. So you want to take a look at, if you know what their pain points are, then you can craft what your benefits are for your product and services. And then the other thing that we incorporate in the Business Superfans Customer Avatar Worksheet is creating your unique selling proposition, which is really kind of what makes you different and unique. Why would your avatar choose you over somebody else? How are you solving your client's problem? How does your solution help them achieve their objectives? So once you have that identified, then you really kind of put together is your elevator pitches, which is our list of products and services, helps the customer segment who want jobs to be done by verb reducing, avoiding, and customer pain, and verb increasing, enabling, and again, customer pain, unlike competing value propositions. So once you've identified and put that stuff together, that's where you get your 1-minute elevator pitch that resonates with your customer avatar or avatars, and that's really the secret, because now when someone hears that, oh, wow, yes, I am actually looking for something like that, because it resonates with them. That's like you mentioned earlier, nothing worse than marketing a product and service that someone is not interested in, has no need, and you just wasted the resources and the time, which you can't get more of, on someone that's not interested in your product versus target marketing, which is the secret to expanding and growing a business.
And
so like I mentioned earlier, but I messed it up because I went too fast, but if you want to be terrific, you need to be specific. And if you're specific, you will be terrific.
There you go. Can we copyright that, Frederic?
I have it copyrighted.
I'm just wondering, what length of time does it take for someone to call you and say, Frederic, sounds good? What's the process length? Is there such a thing?
It really depends on the individual in the business, but it's not done in 5 minutes. I mean, it's going to take some time because you got to do some research. You have to really be creative and think of the environment that that person is in and what's going on in their life. So it's like writing a story about your customer and what they go through every day, and that's becomes your avatar. So I know we're kind of running out of time. Perhaps on the, if I come back on again, we can go through and I can read an avatar that I crafted for my book, Creating Business Superfans.
Oh, sounds.
And I actually crafted 2 different avatars for 2 different markets for the book.
Speaking of time, unfortunately, we're running out of it now. And Frederic, you're always welcome anytime that you are available, because you got so much stuff that we can cover, and I look forward to doing that for sure for the next year, or maybe even before, who knows. Frederic, been a delight. Good luck. And stay terrific. Right now, I'd like to wrap up this segment with my favorite parting thought, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.